Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto update. And today we have an urgent update on the Bitcoin and XRP price. We have been talking about this for a little while, but I really do believe it is time to give you guys another rundown of exactly what I see happening here, as the scenario was predicted, but I want to give you guys a rundown of what exactly I'm thinking and what we are going to be doing. Now, to start off, Bitcoin is not looking good. Let's be honest about it. Bitcoin just broke out to the downside, and that could mean that in the short term, we're going to see some more downside. Now, what does this mean? This means we get another opportunity to buy some cheap little cryptos, specifically altcoins, as those will most likely move significantly more. What does this also mean? Well, this also means that we will most likely see a death cross happening where the 50 exponential moving average falls below the red line 200-day moving average. And that again is considered a death cross, which is the opposite from a golden cross, when again, the exact opposite happens. And well, if the price goes sideways or down, that cross is going to happen. And many people expected, following history, that if that were to occur, that prices are going to be falling down a lot more. And so I am waiting, I am seeing, I am checking. However, if you're wondering how I am going to trade this, if at all, you guys all know I use Bybit for it, right? If you're looking for a platform to trade on, use the link down below for Bybit. It's what I use personally. And there's a couple of bonuses. I think there's $1,700 in total worth of bonuses that you can get right now. I have it somewhere in Telegram, the entire chat, but let's say there's about $1,700 worth of bonuses right now, which means a lot of free trading money. That aside, right? That aside. Now, we are going to trade breakouts quite often on this channel. Why? Because they're some of the easiest things to do. Trading a breakout basically would mean you trade either once it breaks out to either side. So for example, here you trade the downside, you trade the upside. Or you actually trade it like this, where again, you basically wait for a breakout like this candle right here. You wait for a confirmation and then you buy or sell into it. Now here, you might actually say, Dusty, this is not a good confirmation, right? Because it's really small. Or Dusty, this is a good confirmation because it's the same color as the breakout side. Let me actually explain this to you guys exactly how I do and go about these things. So there's two things which I'm thinking when looking at this chart. One is this is a breakout to the downside. We got a confirmation. We can buy or actually go short halfway throughout this candle. That's usually what I go for. If there's a breakout with a candle afterwards, I usually go short halfway throughout this candle. That's right around here. And if we did go short on that one, we could have still taken ourselves about 3.3 or so % worth of profit. Now, if you, for example, take 1%, which again, with some leverage can be 10, 20%, something like that, it can still work out joyfully. And then again, the reason I already told you guys before that this wasn't that good is because on a lot of the altcoins which we follow, because we trade XRP for a good part too, there wasn't actually any confirmation. And this was the same scenario on quite a lot of altcoins. And if I see that, I'm already a little bit worried that Bitcoin is not going to continue, together with the fact that this candle is a little bit of a star, right? It's a little bit of a small body, huge candles. I didn't really trust it as a confirmation. Preferably, you'd see something like this, big break, and then another candle like this happening afterwards. And right now, that's exactly what we're waiting for. We're going to wait off today because we might just see another fake breakout like happening right here, where we just get back into the triangle tomorrow. Then again, because we are right now a lot further into the triangle, that is a lot less likely. The most likely scenario right now would be to continue on with this pattern because everybody, trust me on this one, guys. Trust me on this one, I say so. Everybody is watching the same freaking triangle right now and the same exact death cross and the same exact 21 weekly EMA that we were talking about a little bit earlier. That's this blue line right here. This blue line here is the 21 weekly EMA. And the reason this one is important is because people were talking and saying, well, if we close below there, the bear run has started, some stuff like that. I told everybody that's not necessarily true, but that's again what people believed, right? And the thing is with this crypto stuff, with charting in general, if the majority of people believe it, well, that's basically what you're going to get to a certain degree. Because if everybody anticipates a certain event, people will react to it. And since we're all rational yet irrational, you'll see a lot of these big guys move exactly contra, but a lot of the people will move in exactly the same way as others have done just before or what is expected. Because again, that's a lot of the, or that's something that a lot of people know. That's all they know, basically. Let's call it like that. Now, having said that, what are we expecting and what are our thoughts? I've just told you guys, make sure you press the like button. Actually, before we go into, make sure you press the like button if you are enjoying these daily crypto videos, just to help out the channel a little bit. Very often, if I'm being really realistic about the price, really honest and open with you guys, people hate me for it. People say, no, don't put FUD here, there. I've told you before, I am not selling my crypto. If I ever do, I will tell you. I do sometimes use some of my trading stash, which again I have a split for, to short or long to make extra money. If you despise me for that, say it's stupid, you go right on ahead and I'll still do it because it's making me money. So you do you, I'll do me. But I'm just telling you guys exactly what I think about it. And if you don't like it, it's really best to leave my channel alone because I will never lie to you. I will never say, no, we're only bullish. What I can tell you is that I'm not going to sell my crypto and then I'll buy back cheaper. But I've already told you guys before, for XRP specifically, I am waiting for 65 cents and lower before I'm going to be adding to my bag. Right now, my XRP trade at about 77 cents or so is still actually in profit. But I'm going to wait for 65 cents at least to start buying more. This is a good little dip already, yes, but we are expecting more downside. Does it have to happen? No, because we can get right back into the triangle, or we can actually get a pattern which is less likely. And that's the thing about TA, guys. That's the thing about these technical analyst YouTubers too. That's why I don't make it my main priority. If I do a prediction, you can always guide it or make it so you're always right. And that's why I told you guys, if you really like TA, and you really like these guys who tell you technical analysts you believe them, think about it once more. Think about it for a split little second. If you can't name one of these guys who's been wrong quite often, or at least sometimes, you're lying to yourself or you're blind, right? Facts. This is a fact, not an opinion, not a maybe. No, factual. Every single analyst you've ever watched has been wrong quite often or is a fraud. And what I mean with that is that they might just really use their words carefully so that they're always seeming right, but it can't be. Why? Because I don't know any trader, personally, who has always been right. Because then you would be a centile billionaire like Elon Musk if you were always right. Or a trader who can, for example, be right really freaking often, but takes more than a really small percentage. Or a trade once every 6 months, for example, right? Just when every single one of those 20 freaking points is ticked off, if you guys get my drift right there. Just not enough to make significant amounts and just keep stacking it up. Or where it's a really, really small market, for example, and you can't trade that much. It's about the idea, though. So what happens is, as a trader, you have kind of two ways of doing things. Either you are wrong less often than you're right with a 1-to-1 ratio, or you are, for example, even this could be right. You're even wrong more than you are right, but every time you're right, you take a higher percentage than if you are wrong. So, for example, every time you're right, you take a 500% profit, and every time you're wrong, you make a 10% loss, right? That will, of course, even itself out where you're still in profit every single month. However, that's a consecutive type of thing. If you only do one trade, though, you might definitely be wrong. And that's the thing, guys. A lot of these people, they can analyze the chart, say, hey, this is happening, this is happening. But the thing is, I think underlying in the back of our heads, we all want crypto to go up. We all want crypto to just go to the moon because, well, we hold crypto, right? So talking about the downside is never fun. And these guys know it too. So one thing I'll just tell you guys really quickly here. I don't think many people actually think crypto is going to go down forever. And I've told you guys the stock to flow model for Bitcoin, for example, where I'm always showing you, I think whatever's going to happen now is a short-term thing. Whatever is going to happen now is a short-term thing. And here is, for example, that little plan B thing. You can see this is the price for Bitcoin over the years. You can see we could go down a little bit. We could, for example, go to, I don't know, $20,000. But eventually, this is still the course that we're going to go. I firmly to the dot believe that. I firmly do. Then again, maybe a short-term break wouldn't be that crazy. And again, to fall back on the TA guys, and what they do is, I can now, for example, say, all right, okay, guys, so further downside is expected, but I wouldn't be surprised if the price actually comes back in the triangle and then still breaks out to the upside. What have I done just now? Well, I told you guys that the price can go down, but I've covered myself by saying, no, we can go back up. So what have you gotten from that? Well, you've gotten the most likely scenario, but whatever happens, I can always claim exactly like expected, or this is like we said. And that's the caveat with technical analysis. If one person says this is exactly what's going to happen, if it's to the upside and it goes to the downside, people will call him out for it. If it goes to the downside, and he said downside, it's all like, let me actually rephrase that a little bit. I don't know if I should actually spoil you guys the secrets or no, but all right, this is exactly what I find. What they often do is they'll tell you the price can go down. Why? Because if the price goes up, nobody's sad, nobody's angry. If they say, oh, you said the price is going to go down, you say, yeah, the price can always go up, right? Manipulation, yada, yada. But if they say, oh, the price is going to go up, well, the price went down, oh, people will be angry with you because people don't like that. If you said the price is going to go up, the price goes down, oh, people don't appreciate that. No. But my main story here is, guys, just expect the downside for right now. Why? Well, most things are looking that way. We got the 21 weekly EMA close. Below we got the Bitcoin price closed below 20 weekly EMA. We got the death cross here looming, most likely coming up the next couple of days, which people are expecting that the decrease in price is, for example, let's see, about 45%, which basically means once the death cross happens, which could be around this area, we go another 45% down. So to about $19,000, let's say $20,000 to round it off. That's what most people expect if the death cross were to occur. Is that factual? No. Does the price even have to go down if a death cross occurs? No, but it's statistically a high chance. So once more, that's again the quote-unquote bet that we are taking. But the price, of course, could go and skyrocket from this point forward to get back into this, for example, $45,000 area, and we wouldn't even see a death cross. Everything is possible right now. We broke it to the downside, which I told you guys was the deciding factor, and so we are waiting confirmation to take a trade, and we can almost always make at least a 1% profit, so I'll try to make some money on that. Once more, I'll be doing that over on Bybit if you guys are wondering. A link is down below. Now, a couple of pieces of news. Senator Ted Cruz says investors attracted to Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation due to Biden's $7 trillion spending. I think it's becoming more apparent in the higher ranks, too, that it's really, this crypto space is really growing and really getting so much appeal and has a lot of potential because of the huge spendings that the US is busy with and the huge amount of inflation that is about to come in the next couple of years. It takes a little bit of guts to say it out loud like that, though, so I do enjoy that he actually dares to do that. Then Thai SEC enforces ban on meme tokens and NFTs. That's pretty interesting. The ban will cover 4 different types of tokens, including meme-inspired coins and exchange-issued tokens. Wow. As a meme-inspired coin, market frontrunner Dogecoin is affected by the ban. Digital asset exchanges in Thailand have until July 11 to comply with the new regulation, and that's a pretty big deal, guys. That's a pretty interesting factor. India launches money laundering probe against Binance unit for crypto transactions worth $381 million. The action against Wazir X was initiated days after the Reserve Bank of India asked commercial banks to carry out the necessary customer due diligence process to curb the flow of illegal money, if any, into the virtual currency market. Wazir X was acquired in 2019 by Binance, the world's largest digital currency exchange. And right now they're under investigation for this $381 million transfer. Yeah, and they have no idea. It was found that Wazir X clients could transfer valuable crypto to any person, irrespective of its location and nationality, without any proper documentation whatsoever, making it a safe haven for users looking for money laundering and other illegitimate activities. Yeah, that's a harsh one. Binance has been kind of pooped on the head a couple of times now, back to back. And again, we had these two things to talk about. But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not logged in, it actually logs you out every so often. So yeah, if I don't, this is my trading computer, I should call it maybe. Oh no, so I guess my YouTube computer. And there's only one account that I ever open on here, which again has a couple $1,000s in it, as you guys most likely know by now. But I don't trade with it every single day, so sometimes it just logs itself out. And I sometimes forget when I start the video, so that is that. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.